Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and I did the craziness for you. I did this win 3 rare shields from campaign battles and put in the effort to chart it all and obviously make a spreadsheet and show you exactly how it went. So I may dive into other crazy clan quests as well, because these are things that we have to do every single week. So it might be good to formulate a strategy and know exactly what we're getting into on each one of these. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how much energy it took, give you some tips and tricks if you are going to embark on this quest, on some things that may help you do it as fast as possible, and then help you be able to discern if you are having good luck or bad luck, and all of that around this win 3 rare shields from campaign battles quest. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so you already know that we got a spreadsheet. We do this like every other video here on the channel. I like to chart data out, and if you're looking for the too long didn't watch version, it's up there on the top right. You can see the resource that it took me and all of that. And now I'm gonna dive into, should you do brutal, should you do nightmare, what's good luck, what's bad luck, and some tips you're gonna want to know if you are embarking on this quest. But so when I set out to do this, there was a couple things I didn't know, like is it going to be better to do brutal, or is it going to be better to do nightmare? Is there a certain stage I should be doing out of the 12 campaign stages? Is there a certain one that would be better than another? And these are the questions I was trying to answer while I was doing it. Now, you can see that I was charting each run, and then this purple bar indicates that I changed something about the test. I changed like swapping from brutal to nightmare. So I started in brutal. You can see I'm getting the mystery shards. You don't get mystery shards on nightmare, by the way, if you didn't know that. So right here, I switched to nightmare, and I spent 450 energy doing these runs on brutal, and then I spent this 810 energy doing the runs on nightmare. And then right here, I found out that because nightmare takes twice as much energy, and it takes like 3 times as long, and it's way more difficult, I was like, you know what, I'm not really seeing enough of a benefit to outweigh that. I'm also not getting mystery shards or anything, so I'm just gonna go ahead and swap back over to brutal and do that because it's faster to do the runs, it's faster to chart it, and I didn't think that I was getting I didn't think I was getting more than double the bonus to make up for double the energy and the stages being way tougher. So right here at run 97, swapped it back over to brutal, and then I did that the rest of the way. And you can see that I spent 1251 after that last split, and it took me 236 runs in total to get my 3rd rare shield. So then if we go back up to the top, what does this mean? Was that good luck? Was that bad luck? And all of that. So obviously there are 6 different artifact drops that you can get. You can get a weapon, helm, shield, glove, chest, or boots, and we have to get a shield. So what that means is our chance of getting a shield is 1 out of every 6 drops. So since we have to get 3 of them, that means that you would need, with average luck, to get 18 rare artifact drops, because then you divide that by 6, that will give you the 3 shields with your 1 in 6 chance. Which means when we go up here to the rare drops category, you can see that it took me 20 rare drops. Average luck would be 18. So I had slightly bad RNG when I was doing this testing, but it wasn't like awful. Really bad luck would be like 24, 25 rare drops that it takes you to get the shields. And then really good luck would be like if you do it in 13 or 14 rare drops to get your 3 shields. So I ended up spending 2511 on the energy. You can expect to spend about 2500 energy to do this quest. And then over here, I charted a couple different things. The runs per rare artifact drop, it was right at about 12. And then with average RNG, it should take you about 212 runs to finish, or about 2400 something energy. And actually, that's probably not right. Let me go ahead and just take 212.4, and then if we go times 9 energy, if you just slammed brutal, we're looking at about 1900 energy. So I would say expect somewhere between like 1800 and 2700. There's going to be a lot of RNG involved in this. Somewhere in there, over the course of a massive sample size, your average energy spent is probably going to be like 23 or 2400 if I had to guess on doing this clan quest, if you do it the way that I'm going to show you. So let's put that down for a second and let's talk about some different things that I was trying during this. So first of all, brutal or nightmare, I would recommend just do brutal. I would need a sample size of thousands of runs to be able to tell you if it's worth double the energy and like a way higher difficulty to do nightmare. It didn't seem like it from my testing. If you have a different experience, please let me know down in the comments. But it seemed like you might as well just do brutal because nightmare wasn't paying off to a degree that I was seeing that it would be worth the trouble. So just do brutal. And then in terms of what stage, this is a very important note that I believe it was Cameron. Shout out to Cameron on Twitch, I believe. Let me know about this when I was starting my runs. You actually don't want to do stage 12. We're always used to doing stage 12, 12-3 brutal or 12-6 nightmare or whatever. But you have to be doing a boss fight, and you don't want to be doing the Mortar Macabre boss fight. There's a lot more RNG. You can actually fail on brutal because if he unlocks his peril ability, he starts one-shotting you. You can't revive. It just gets crazy. So you don't really want to do 12-7. And honestly, you don't want to anyway, because on 12-7, there's something special about 12-7, and that is you can win a random banner as a reward. We don't want to add a 7th drop to the RNG. We want to stay at that 1 in 6 chance. If you add a banner to the circle, now we've got a 1 in 7 chance. I believe the banner is a little bit less likely to drop, so maybe it's like a 1 in 6.5 or something like that. But either way, you don't want a banner. So you can see right here, it's got that icon indicating we can get a banner. If I drop this down to stage 11, it's no longer there. So the banner is only going to drop on stage 12. Basically, the synopsis is you do not want to do stage 12 when you are doing this quest. So then if we're not going to do stage 12, which stage do we actually want to do? And a lot of these aren't really a good option. So stage 11 is what I ended up doing because you are getting the most XP. Remember, you have to do stage 7 because stage 7 is where you can get a rare shield drop. If you start doing stages 1 through 6, you're going to be just wasting energy. So you can only get a rare shield from a boss fight. So make sure you're doing brutal, you're doing stage 7 of whatever stage you're doing. Now, I ended up doing stage 11. The unfortunate thing is you do have to go up against a skull crown in, I believe it's wave 2. We'll see when this loads here, but yeah, so wave 1, you can crush. Now on the bottom, you can see I've got a skull crown to deal with, which can be kind of annoying. But it ended up being faster. It costs you, 4 seconds or whatever. It's nice here because Bistifist does attack. So if you've got some really low HP, Bistifist is the boss you're going up against here. Bistifist will actually kill some like level 1 food at least. It's an ancillary benefit, but you can see that it's still taking like 20 seconds or whatever to do the run. Unfortunately, because we have to do a boss fight. I'll show you again. The skull crown there on the bottom. So what I started thinking was, okay, since I have to deal with a skull crown, let me try a different stage because screw that. I don't want to deal with the unkillable. I want to be able to just blast through the waves and get going and be able to do the runs, because if you could save like 4 or 5 seconds, obviously that's a big deal over the course of 200, 250 runs or whatever. But what I ended up finding out was the other stages are really, really bad. For whatever reason, the dragons take forever to kill. So like if I pop this down, if I go to the map, and if I'm like, okay, I don't want to deal. So what happened to me was I don't want to deal with the skull crown. So I'll do stage 9 or 10 and see how those go. But then when I do stage 9 or 10, these dragons just take forever to kill. So I'll fast forward a little bit to where the boss fight is starting. You can see we're about 15 seconds into the run. And for whatever reason, it just has so much HP. And it also like places a continuous heal on itself. So there we go. We decrease its speed. There, it's got a cleanse and a continuous heal. So just it's like look at that thing chunking its HP back, and it seems to have way more HP than Bistifist. So this fight just ends up taking forever. This is a complete meme. You do not want to do stage 10. You're better off dealing with the skull crown unkillable as part of the wave than doing the stage. You can see how ridiculously long this run is taking compared to the stage 11 Bistifist boss run. So here we go. I fast forwarded a little bit and I'm getting towards the end. Now you can see it's almost approaching 2 minutes. Now I probably could use a different farmer and be able to blast down this boss a lot faster. But who wants to build another campaign farmer and start messing around with that? But you can see almost 2 minutes. And it was honestly the same thing on stage 9. So you don't want to do either one of these dragons. And then on stage 8, it's annoying because Bad L does all of those continuous heals. So it's tough to chunk him down and burst him down to finish the stage. So what you end up doing is either stage 7, where you've got the big fight, or stage 11 is what I would recommend for doing this quest. But yeah, just put it on stage 11, go 11-7 on brutal. It's 9 energy a pop, and then just slam this down in like 25-second runs or whatever. It is what it is. It's a super difficult elite clan quest, and it's going to cost you somewhere around 2,400 energy and about 200 something runs of 11-7 here on brutal. So yeah, hopefully this gave you a little bit of insight onto one of these clan quests, and will help you if you embark on doing that quest to know how to do it and what you are getting yourself into. I do want to take on some of these other quests and see how crazy they can get. They've got some pretty nuts ones here, like summon, let me put this away, like summon 20 rare champions from mystery shards. That would be brutal. You know, I wonder which one would take longer, and that one would be a little bit more intense because you'd have to sit here and like crunch champions and stuff, and raid unfortunately doesn't have like an auto champion upping system like some of these newer gacha type games. They'll have it like an auto feeding system where you can turn like 21 stars into 2 stars by feeding them up, and you can do it with one click. Hopefully a raid adds a quality of life thing similar to that in the tavern, but from just my like basic math, kind of quickly looking at it, it's probably going to take about 1,500 mystery shards if I had to guess. But yeah, anyway, some of these more popular quests might be a fun deep dive to get charted on the sheet and all of that. But yeah, anyway, that'll do it, and expect to spend 2,000 something energy and do about 200 something runs on brutal if you are trying to get the 3 rare shields to drop. But that'll do it for me on this one, and remember to subscribe on your way out if you enjoy daily Raid Shadow Legends content. I'll see you soon in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.